In a story you'll only see on 9, there is some question tonight about whether a medical helicopter pilot at the controls during an emergency landing at Cherry Point should have been allowed to fly. The National Transportation Safety Board report indicates the pilot had a stroke in flight last December. Now on your sides, Jim Needleman takes a closer look at what the report found.
This EastCare helicopter, owned by Pitt County Memorial Hospital, has been back in service for about 2 weeks. It needed repairs after taking off from PCMH on December 29, 2010, for what was considered a normal emergency medical flight. That night, the chopper headed for Carteret General Hospital in Morehead City. NTSB investigators say trouble started about 12 miles south of the airport. The pilot radioed air traffic control with an emergency. He was incapacitated. Air traffic control redirected the chopper to Cherry Point Air Station. A flight nurse in the left front seat helped with the flight instruments with guidance from the pilot, making a hard landing at Cherry Point. None of the 3 people on board was hurt. An exam afterwards showed the pilot had weakness in his right hand and slurred speech. An MRI ultimately indicated he suffered 2 recent strokes. EastCare contracts its pilots through a company called Air Methods. Air Methods says the 61-year-old pilot is now on medical disability leave and no longer has clearance to fly. But should he have been cleared in the first place? The NTSB report indicates he was properly licensed to fly. However, it notes he had another stroke 4 years before the accident, and there's a family history of stroke. Investigators say the FAA contributed to the accident for inadequate oversight of the pilot's known medical condition. There's no sign the FAA examined the pilot for a recurrent risk of a stroke or made any formal neurological evaluation. The FAA declined our request for an interview and declined to comment on the report's findings. In Greenville, Jim Needleman, Eyewitness News 9. On your side.
And an FAA spokesperson says the agency's policy is not to respond to NTSB findings until at least 90 days after they have been issued. Now it's only been 40 days. Investigators also note the pilot's doctor took him off medication designed to limit the risk of stroke.